Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Reposte. Today we're going to be taking a look at some rather interesting individuals. The first individual we're going to be taking a look at is one that's a sort of paradox. She goes by the name of Amberlynn Reid and can be found here on YouTube. Just by looking at the suggested titles of what people are searching for with this channel, the first 5 content suggestions are Amberlynn Reid, Amberlynn Reid Food, Amberlynn Reid Becky, Amberlynn Reid Mukbang, and Amberlynn Reid Cooking. Judging by the various thumbnails that not only she herself has been posting, but also people have also been posting reacting to her content, it appears to me that the image that she's wanting to give out is this sad, dire little individual that is completely counter-congruous to her own personality. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you here, viewers. I have actually been watching this woman, albeit tangentially, through the YouTubers Sin and Sass. I highly recommend watching them, and considering a lot of their audience is probably already here, well, thank you, by the way. So with that being said, welcome to the Reposte. Grab yourself a drink and a chair, pull yourself up, and enjoy your stay as we dive into the YouTube channel Amberlynn Reid. That we're going to be looking over today is 500 lb reset. I'm assuming that means pounds. Everything I ate today with calories beginning. While the title may have actually gone over the character limit display for the TV that I'm watching this on, I could probably already tell that this isn't going to be all that interesting, considering the fact that it is 26 minutes and 40 seconds, and I know that I do a long video, Jesus Christ, but also the thumbnail is of her with what I'm assuming to be avocado toast. Now, that video has 47,000 views in 2 days by the time of recording this. This is in contrast to what her channel says of 213,000 subscribers. Something is telling me that this channel isn't doing very well. With that being said, let's jump into the video.
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So I am just about to do my makeup. Hello. I cut myself right here, so don't mind that. It was an accident. I've been dealing with that for a couple days, and that has not been fun. Like, it's just like a little mark. Oh my god, I need new foundation hardcore. It's just like a little mark, but I feel like little marks hurt the worst. Like, especially when you have
Especially. There is no K in the fucking word, Amber. This has been something that's been pissing me off since I started watching you even in the slightest. It's especially, not especially.
paper cut or something. It's like something so small, or like a freaking little tiny hangnail, but like it hurts so bad, and you're just like, what is happening? But then if you get freaking your finger cut off, I'm sure it doesn't hurt half as near. I'm just kidding. Please don't be offended. I've been just feeling like, I don't know. YouTube hasn't been my top priority right now. I'm sure you guys can tell. I've been very focused on other things in my life right now.
Amber, you do nothing. If you did something, you would record it. How do we know this, you may ask? Because when she was actually doing things, like going out of the house, she recorded it. She actually did things. And ever since she moved into this place, she's been doing bugger all. She has been sat on her arse for the entirety of the day, if not on the occasion going to the bathroom for a recording session, or to the closet for a recording session, or doing a recording session in the kitchen, but we never actually see her go out. When she did go out, she hurt herself and is now using that as an excuse to not go out. And then she is doing all of this for a weight loss surgery that she is only going to go through and break because she is a sloth. She has nothing. She does nothing. She is just this constant dour state of nothing. How is YouTube not your top priority? It is the only thing that is earning you money, Amber. Sorry about that, by the way.
Which is fine, because YouTube has always been my number one priority. Always. I've been doing YouTube for a decade now, and it's always been a priority for me. Like, I held it above like everything else, and I'm kind of just focusing on myself.
All you ever goddamn do, Amber, is focus on yourself. And this is coming from someone who has a very narcissistic personality of his own. All you do is focus on yourself. All you ever do is talk about yourself. We have conversations leaked from the people that you lived around. Basically just saying that you always talk about either yourself or food or YouTube. You have no personality, Amber. Think about this. Think about what you are doing. If YouTube has been the only thing that you've prioritized for 10 years, and we have seen you go from person to person, pick up accent to accent, do at least something occasionally, and now all of a sudden you are posting many days in between, what physically can you do? Because you don't work. We know you don't work because you yourself have stated that YouTube is your job. We are 1 minute and 30 seconds into this video, and we already have 7.5 minutes of recording. I'm probably going to be skipping most of this for the final cut, but I would just like to point out that her videos are so full of contradictions, so full of lies and deceit, that are very evident lies, that we have proof of her doing the opposite. And now she's coming out and saying, I'm focusing on myself, I'm not doing YouTube as a priority. What else are you doing? You can't... She's probably sleeping or eating or anything. She has to be doing something bland, like so incredibly bland. When she was doing the artworks, sure, it was the scratching things, but at least it was something. She was doing Lego, and she did the Lego video like, what, 2-3 uploads ago, and she just doesn't really do much very often. Now, if I had the money that she had, and I was able to buy Lego on a whim, my room would be filled with this stuff, and I would probably be a Lego channel, because I like Lego. And yes, it is Lego, not Legos, because there is no fucking S at the end. Anyway.
But I've just been afraid to be myself on YouTube, and that has been just like hard. I'm afraid to say the wrong things, I'm afraid to do the wrong things, and I have realized it's just time to be myself.
You have been nothing but yourself, Amber. You have said the wrong things. You have done the wrong things. You have insulted everyone around you. You have insulted so many people. When you did live streams, you basically came out and said you are homophobic against gay men. You have everything at your feet. You have people, admittedly, I'm watching you as well, but I'm doing it for content. You have people watching you. You have so much that I would really wish I had. You are in a state of YouTube that you can have it as your job. You can have the money coming in. You have been nothing but yourself for the past 10 years. How can you be afraid so often? How much of a hypochondriac do you have to be afraid of actually doing your fucking job? How dire of a situation do you have to be in your home life that this is just all of a sudden arising? You have been getting nothing but support for your weight loss and your decision to go through weight loss surgery. You have had nothing but support from a mire of fans that have been leaving positive comments, albeit in French, which is a thing of its own. You are so lucky for the audience that you have. You have had nothing but praise on this platform. And sure, you've got negative comments out there on the internet, but you actively search for that. You use that as a tripping stone, and you're beating yourself over the head with it. Okay, you have something going on in your life. Probably your girlfriend or girlfriends. We don't actually know, because unlike the previous ones, you don't actually put them on camera, which is respectable. I like that. But they have on occasion made comments saying that what you've been doing is weird. We have evidence of this, even on their social medias. Is this all coming about because your girlfriends are pressuring you to come off of YouTube, to actually get a job, to go through this weight loss surgery so that you can fit in with normal society? And this is coming from someone who's currently weighing about 17.5 stone.
And it's hard when there's such like a audience just like really there. Like, there is a big part of you guys who want to see me succeed and do good. And I'm so grateful for that. Then there's another part. People are waiting for my downfall. They watch to listen to every last letter that comes out of my mouth, every last syllable, to see if I do or say the wrong thing. And it's hard.
We don't do it because we hate you, Amber. We don't do it because we're waiting for your downfall. We're doing it because we're trying to push you to actually make yourself better. And you've said that you've been getting support and praise and help. But at the same time, you are the one doing this to yourself. You are the one constantly putting yourself down. Do you not think that that is partly to blame for your circumstance? Do you think that that is how you've managed to get into this situation? When you first started your channel, Amber, you were 300 odd pounds. You are now 500, pushing or almost pushed 600. You have somehow managed to gain on this journey, not lose it. And yet you have the gall to come on here and say, oh, I'm worried about, I might say the wrong thing, or people are going to be hanging up on every little word so that they could catch me out on things. We would only catch you out on things, Amber, if what you weren't saying was unequivocally false, and verifiably so.
But that's how it is. That's just what I have to accept. And I just hope that with the changes in my life and just within myself will reflect on my YouTube, and my community will change as well into a more positive community, because as I change into a more positive person.
Amber, your entire YouTube comment section is filled with positive comments. Your entire YouTube channel has been you and you alone putting yourself and others around you down. You have nothing but praise at the moment, whether that's because you've been filtering out the hateful comments, or just because there are no hateful comments and you're just lying to yourself. You honestly can't expect us to believe that everything that you are saying, everything that you are doing, isn't for the attention of others, isn't for at least some sort of clout or some sort of drama, just so that you can drum up some interest in your channel so that you could get more views. And by the looks of it, that isn't happening. Think about what you are doing, and think about the kinds of person that you are and how you treat people, because everything surrounding you at the moment has been nothing but positive.
I hope that those two things kind of happen together. I'm not an eyebrow girly. I honestly hate doing eyebrows. I don't know how to do them very well, and I don't know, maybe I don't care enough.
Eyebrows are hair, Amber. You don't really need to do anything with them. They're just on your face. But then again, this is just coming from a guy that doesn't really do makeup.
To learn. I'm more of a winged eyeliner type of gal, but I do have 2 appointments today that I'm going to, so I'm not going to do any crazy makeup. I think I'm just going to do a light wing. Honestly, I'm just not in the mood for anything extravaganza. But I haven't lost any more weight. I want to do a little update with you guys. And by the way, my hair is not greasy. It looks so greasy. It's just wet. I just got out of the shower, so yeah. So I haven't lost any more weight, which is frustrating. I'm hitting like a little plateau moment. Like, who hits a plateau over 500 pounds? I do. Ooh. Things are getting completed, like all my appointments and things I'm supposed to do. And oh, by the way, in my last video, I showed you guys, I was like, this is all the stuff I've done, and there was like a little section at the bottom where it was my doctor has to fax over some things to my surgeon, and people were like, I really should not take credit for that because that's what her doctor's doing. The only reason why I put that down is because I have the physical papers with me, the letter of support, and then this like paperwork she had to fill out about my labs. I had that like with me, physically with me, and I had to go to a doctor appointment to give her those papers and talk to her about me wanting weight loss surgery. So yeah, that was something I had to do. Yeah. Anyways.
You're basically just describing medical procedure. I don't know much about the American healthcare system. What I do know is that it's absolute shit because it's private insurance, and so everything has to be done through one loophole or the other, or you have to have a lawyer present because they need to sort out your finances or whatever. I don't know, okay? But from my own experience and what I've learned from just watching various other people and having other people in my life who do have private healthcare go through something similar, not weight loss surgery, but something like just general medical practices, you're basically just describing your healthcare, like the systems in place. This isn't news to anyone. Okay, maybe to those with like free healthcare insurance.
I don't have to explain that too hard. But yeah, things are just like moving and grooving, and we're getting closer. I'm about to do my learners. Let me finish speaking for my learners. I can do my learners because sometimes it's hard. What I'm trying to say is I've done all of what I can when it comes to like appointments, and I've been losing weight and eating better, etc. Now I feel like I need to step it up into like high gear a little bit. I haven't been counting calories, I haven't been counting protein, I haven't been doing any of that. I've just simply been eating the foods that they tell me what to eat and just watching my portions. Now I think it's.
Have you been exercising? Like, this is a major factor of weight loss. I have been trying my goddamn hardest, but the system that I am using clearly isn't working for me. And so by the time this video goes out, I'm actually going to be starting on a completely different routine. Sure, I'm not going to be counting calories, whatever the fuck that includes, but I am going to be changing the way that I deal with my approach, actually doing a lot harder exercises, because the ones that I'm doing I've been finding a lot easier now. I'm actually trying, Amber, and yet you just seem to be watching what you eat and not counting for the fact that what you're eating is just going straight into the fat distribution system in your body because you aren't using it. You aren't doing anything with it. It's just sitting there, piling on. Walk. Do jumps. Probably don't jump, you'll hurt yourself. Try to do something. You've had one of those little pedal machines that you can just sit down on a chair and use. Use it. Please tell me that you've been doing exercises with this, Amber. Otherwise, you're not going to be doing anything better with your life.
Time to start measuring my food and counting my protein and counting my calories. So I know that they say that they want me to eat 6 times a day, especially after weight loss surgery. They want you to eat 6 very, very, very small meals a day, and they want you to kind of get acclimated with that. So I set myself up a little meal plan, if you will. And there's this like big book / pamphlet, whatever you want to call, that they give you. And in that, it talks about a lot of different things. But there is like a nutrition section for like food you're allowed to eat versus food you're not allowed to eat. So that was really helpful last night when I'm planning my meal plan, because I'm gonna get a little bit more. I don't want to use the word strict, but that's kind of the word that I'm going for here. It's just a little more strict with the food that I'm eating and how much I'm eating.
Please tell me you're not going to be eating an entire tray of mac and cheese again, because that was a terrible decision on your part. Also, please tell me that something that the book mentions is to reduce the amount of processed meat that you're eating, because like 5 or 6 packets of very unhealthy turkey slices. Turkey isn't that good for you. It's a good meat. I'm not denying it's a very good meat. I don't give a shit what Sinatra says. Jesus Christ, you need to actually be understanding what you're eating, how you're eating it, what times of day that you're eating it. Actually get yourself into a schedule, Amber. Don't just look at what you can eat and what you can't eat and just portion out what you can eat. That's just a dumb idea.
And I really want to focus in on protein because protein is very important after weight loss surgery. So what I decided to do is I'm going to be eating 5 times a day, because 6 times a day, that will work up to that. And they're very aware. They say,
you eat 6 portions of a single person's meal a day. Like, before all of this, you would go through so many calories a day. You've tried restricting your diet. You've tried all of this. You know what's going to happen. It's going to cause you to binge, and then you won't be able to get the surgery, and then It'll all be your fault. You have nothing to blame if this backfires. Don't do 5. Do 6, like they said. Eat what they tell you to eat. Everything has been planned out for you, Amber. You just need to do what they say. I'm surprised anything that you build out of Lego still stands if you're so ignorant of the instructions.
People will work up to 6 times a day because not a lot of people eat 6 times a day, which I don't even eat 6 times a day. I'm over, 500 pounds, but it is smaller meals. So I'm gonna eat 3 meals a day and 2 snacks, and my calorie limit is actually 1,600 calories. So per meal is 400 calories, per snack is 200 calories. That's gonna be just so much easier for me, like having a set amount of calories I can have per meal. I've done this before in the past and it helps a lot. So by doing that type of calculations, that comes up to 1,600 calories, and I'm just gonna be eating the foods that they allow. And I know a lot of people are confused because I said that they allow me to eat fruits and they allow me to have carbs, healthy carbs, and whole wheats and grains. They're very eat grains, they're good for you. People are confused about that, and I think it's because some people are getting like the pre-op diet, like the diet that you do like a month before surgery. I think people are getting those 2 diets confused, which the pre-op diet will be a lot more strict. I'm just currently not at that level now, but when I am there, I will definitely share that with you guys. So for this video, I actually just wanted to show you a grocery haul because I need to stock up my fridge because it's about that time. And then I want to show you every single thing that I eat today with calories and protein. So I think that will be really fun for today's video because I know people are interested in what I have been eating, and what I am eating today is not much any different of what I have been eating. It's just gonna be less portions and more frequently because I noticed I've been eating over 1,600 calories. There are days where I do probably eat about that, but there are days where I eat more than that, obviously. And I'm taking out some things that I've been allowing myself to have. Like I've been allowing myself to have like banana pudding, like these little tiny banana puddings, and like Nutri-Grain bar here and there and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna allow myself to have that. And also I have had yasso, which is 100 calories frozen yogurt, taking that out as well. And little things are now gonna be swapped. Like if I have milk or cheese, I'm gonna stick to low fat instead of just like regular fat. I'm not gonna allow myself to have any more like salamis or like sausage steaks or anything like that because I want you to stick to lean meats at this part of the journey here. So there is going to be a few things that are going to be different. It's just definitely healthier and less calories is my goal and what I'm aiming for here. Okay, it's time for the grocery haul, but I'm going to put away the groceries as I haul it. Got 2 ground turkeys.
Again, with the ground turkey. Stop eating fucking turkey. It is not a good meat in terms of like internal digestive systems. It's just not. It says lean on the packet, but that doesn't mean that it's the lean foods that you need. Lean foods, I would say, is arguably stuff like pork or chicken or, to a certain extent, certain other portions of beef. Turkey isn't.
Some chicken wings, some chicken tenderloins, a bunch of green apples, which I'm just going to put in this container here.
Please don't put fruit in the fridge. I don't care if you're American, fruit doesn't go in the fridge.
A bunch of mandarins, which I'm just going to put in there. Broccoli, always lots of broccoli. Scallions, carrots, cauliflower.
Also, I don't know what pico de gallo is, but I know it looks interesting.
Some pico de gallo.
I'm sorry, what?
Some guacamole, some low-fat cottage cheese, 2 red onions, and 3 white onions. And then these are just gonna go in the pantry. I got some whole wheat bread, and then 3 things of this white and red quinoa blend.
I don't care who you are. If you eat quinoa, I'm sorry, but you are instantly downgraded in my book.
Okay, so the first thing I'm eating is a 200-calorie meal. I know at the beginning of this video I said I'm gonna be calling them snacks and meals. I'm just gonna call them all meals. It is what it is because sometimes I'll wake up hungry, sometimes I won't. And I'm currently not hungry, but I have to do this. So I'm having 160 calories. This is a Premier protein. It is the chocolate peanut butter, which is the best one that I have.
No, don't you dare. Don't drink that and have it as a meal. That's not a meal. That's a pre-workout protein or workout protein. You're supposed to be doing exercises with this, Amber. You're not supposed to be... And I like how she's got the chocolate version as well. Jesus Christ. Talk about fat.
And this is 40 calories. It's just a mandarin. So I have it logged on my Lose It. That is what I will be using. So this is exactly the amount of calories I needed.
If you're having a meal or a snack, just eat the fruit. Eat 2 mandarins, or a mandarin and an apple, or a banana, or whatever. Don't have a protein shake that is chocolate, especially for one thing, and not do anything with that.
160 and 40 is 200. So now I know that this is something I can continue having. So protein-wise, which what I said is very important.
Important. There's a second T, and there's also a first T, because I also remembered that she just disregarded all of the T's in that sentence. Now, as a British person, sometimes I skip out on the T's, both the physical and the linguistic, but you have to understand that these are there for a reason. You have the T's in the word important. Use them, please. It makes you sound smart, even if you yourself aren't.
Obviously, mandarin doesn't have any protein. This has 30, so this is 30 grams of protein for this. So I'm gonna go watch YouTube. Maybe actually I might watch 600 Pound Life because there's a new episode, I'm pretty sure. So
No, but please, Amber, do something. Do something. This isn't good for you. Coming from someone who just doesn't do much myself. I do some exercises where I can. I go out for a walk with my dogs when I can. Please do something, especially if you're having a protein shake. Don't sit on your ass watching YouTube, and especially don't watch 600 Pound Life, because you've admitted to yourself this, and admitted to everyone else that is where you want to be. That is your end goal. That is something that you want to do because you think it's going to be easier for you. It's not. It's going to be dreadful. And watching 600 Pound Life is only going to make you feel more depressed about your situation than you already are.
I forgot to mention, I am drinking. My goal is to drink 64 ounces of water. So I will be having 4 water bottles. I haven't even taken a sip yet. Whoopsies. So I will keep you guys updated through the day.
Drink tap first off, because it's actually got what you need in it. Stop buying plastic bottles of water. I hate water bottle companies, because all you're paying for is the fucking plastic. You're not paying for anything. You're just paying for the bottle, for the label, for the waste. And if you keep drinking out of plastic water, unless you're in Ohio right now, please do, please, you need to survive. Don't drink the water from the ground anymore, because I'm pretty sure that's 100% contaminated. If you're looking for portion sizes, you have a jug. Fill that jug up with tap water and pour out a cup of water every so often, and then drink it. And eventually you'll be downing entire jugfuls in a day, maybe half a day.
That was a chug. So many rules, so little time, folks. And this is hard for me, but I think now that I am getting a little bit more stricter, I am no longer going to be drinking soda. That is hard.
As someone who does admittedly drink soda and has been drinking soda at this point anyway, it is incredibly hard. I'm down to like 1 can a week, which has taken some patience, but I really... I can agree, I can attest to this, it is quite hard. I feel sorry for you, Amber, especially from someone who we know drinks a lot of soda and has practically replaced her entire liquid intake with soda.
That is very hard because I love carbonation. I am a Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, caffeine-free type of gal, and I think it's time I give it up, so.
Here's another thing. If you drink caffeine-free anything, especially caffeine-free coffee, grow up, first off. Second off, for the love of Christ, just stop, because they're replacing the caffeine with sweeteners.
Today is also day 1 of that.
Today is day 1. Amber, how long have you been preparing for this? We've been seeing you like this since the beginning of January, when you announced that you were getting weight loss surgery, or that you were putting yourself as an applicant for weight loss surgery. You should have been doing this since January.
A lot of changes for me, and it's stressful. I don't know, my mental health is very up and down, and right now it's kind of low, so all these changes is not helping, because this is a perfect example of a time where I just would give up and I would say, you know what, I don't feel like doing this today, so let me order Penn Station. If you don't know what Penn Station is, it is a sub place for sandwiches and stuff. I love it and I'm craving it right now, but I know it's not gonna do anything good for me. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is all the water I'll be drinking today, and day 1 of no soda. So okay guys, it's time for my next meal. I am so exhausted. For some reason cooking tonight was a whole workout for me. So calorie wise, it's 408 calories. I was so close. It's fine, it's 8 calories. And only 37 protein. Man, okay, so damn, this looks like a lot of food.
Because that is a lot of food, Amber. Now, I don't have that bowl. I do have a similar bowl to it in my house. And if you were to give me a bowl like that, with that amount of food in it, I would reject it. Especially again, as I'm on a diet, as I'm on a weight loss, an actual weight loss. And I don't want to make this all about me, because I don't want this to be a direct comparison between two people who are admittedly on the above size. But you have to think, Amber.
So what this is we have broccoli, we have a serving of guac, which is just the whole food guac. We have quinoa, onion, and ground turkey, and pico de gallo that I cooked. Let me get closer up for you guys. That I cooked in with, everything. So that's what she looks like. So let's do a little taste test. No, I already tried it. It's so good.
She absolutely hates it. Look at her face. By the way, dietary advice here. You can just eat the normal things that you actually like eating. Just have it in a very small amount. Unless your favourite food's like McDonald's or KFC or Domino's, I'd just advise cutting that entire thing out. And especially considering that, for the most part, was her diet, cutting those things out is an amazing idea, but replacing it with something that you absolutely hate is a terrible idea, because it just makes you want to give up almost instantly.
Oh my god, the guac with this, it has like a creamy moment instead of like adding cheese or whipping cream, if you will. And I promise the guac is not out of place. I put some taco seasoning and garlic. I forgot to mention that. So it has like a taco-esque kind of. I don't use a lot because I didn't want to like do a lot with like the sodium, but I usually cut off the stems of the broccoli because texture.
Autistic. That's not me being insulting, by the way. That is an actual autistic trait. So a lot of these things that we're seeing with her probably is just the fact that she does have autism and she just hasn't been officially tested yet.
So in, I think, one of my recent videos, I was cutting broccoli, I was cutting stems off, and people commented like, why is she doing that? It's just a texture thing, but a lot of people were like, it's super healthy. So I'm just gonna deal with texture. Tastes good. I don't know. The texture is just not it for me. So update on the water. I still have this one to go, this one to go, this one to go, and this one to this one. I'm a flop. But don't worry, before I go to bed, these will be drank.
They will be drank. It's not hard to re-record things, Amber, especially when you're recording on something like a phone, for example. Even on just a normal camera, you can just edit or just re-record. They will be drunk.
Okay, so it is time for the next meal. I'm making a toast guacamole egg situation. So this piece of bread is 80 calories. So before I eat or cook or anything, I make sure to lose it and put calories and stuff in. So one piece of this bread is for protein. So I'm making a fried egg. I'm just gonna use some of this extra virgin olive oil. Get an egg. So for the egg, I'm just adding some pepper and some garlic.
Stop fucking putting garlic salt with everything.
Salt. So the egg is 70 calories and 6 protein. So I personally like my yolk cooked all the way. All right, let's see if I can flip her. Ooh!
Please stop personifying everything, and especially stop calling everything she. You're like the French, except worse.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna take the toast and I'm gonna put guacamole.
I know that guacamole is good, and I know that avocado is very tasty. I must admit, I'm a bit of a fiend for an avocado. But just having it with everything is terrible. Too much of a good time can lead to bad times.
I personally think this tastes better than just like regular avocado on toast. Guacamole has a great flavor, especially the guac from Whole Foods is so good. So the guacamole is 34 calories and 1 protein. Here is my perfectly cooked egg, what I consider perfect. So I'm also gonna add some.
I must admit that is a very good looking egg. Why is she adding hot sauce to it?
Tabasco and a little bit of scallion on top. And I'm also going to have a few carrots. So the carrots are 20 calories and like 0.4 of protein, but this is the completed product here. It came out to 209 calories. So what I like about Lose It is like, I had my meals, like my goal for 400 calories, but since I used the little bit of extra calorie here, the 9 calorie and then the 8 calories here, it like edits it. So now it's 392 for my next 2 meals. So I love that. So I figured I would take a bite with you guys. This looks and smells delicious.
Got to get that thumbnail opportunity in, don't we?
So good. Oh yeah, I knew this was gonna be good. That is cooked perfectly. Yeah, this is good. Like, if you don't have an avocado on hand, or if you're afraid of...
Now, this is just me for the fact that I don't like open sandwiches. I would have put another piece of bread on top. Now, this, okay, would have added onto her calories, but I don't like open sandwiches because I just feel like everything's going to fall off my bit of toast or bread or whatever.
Avocados like I am, and you just like prefer more flavor. Guacamole, trust me, instead of using just like straight up avocado. And if you're wondering why I'm afraid of opening an avocado, I actually vlogged this moment. I had to go get stitches in my hand, which here's a scar right there. I had to get stitches because It was a whole moment. Trigger warning. I was gushing blood, and it was really bad. Like, I saw tendons. It was so bad. It's because I had never opened an avocado before. This was like years ago.
Please don't tell me that you buy pre-packaged stuff because you're afraid you might cut yourself. That's just so dumb. If you have cut yourself to the point where you have jammed your knife in and you are gushing blood and you could see the muscle inside, how wrong were you opening the avocado? And I know that I'm saying avocado because fucking Nikocado avocado, but even still, like, how bad do you have to be with a knife for that to happen?
Like 6-7 years ago, I had never opened an avocado before, and I went to take out the seed with a knife, and the knife slipped on the seed and went directly into my hand. It was horrendous. I know how to open an avocado now, but it doesn't take away the fear. So I have an update on the water. I have about, I want to say, 6 more hours before I go to bed. So I think it's been easier for me to drink water now that I'm quitting soda, because before I was drinking more water, but I was also drinking soda. So I'm finding myself drinking more water because that's the only thing I can drink. So I still have this to go, this one to go, but I finished 1 and finished 2. So yay, yippee ki-yay. What is that from? Is that from a cartoon from when I was younger? I don't know.
Firstly, yippee ki-yay, mostly well known from Die Hard and that franchise, but also I shit on her. But for someone like her who's used to drinking soda, I'm actually surprised that, and I really am going to support her on this. Good job, Amber, for drinking 2 bottles of water.
But that is my water update. You know, it's a what I ate today, it's a reset, it's a watch me drink water type of video. So I might as well do it, watch me drink water. I'm loopy. What can I say? I'm craving Diet Coke. Can I get at it? I do have a few left, and they're tempting now. They're actually okay. Was that the Diet Coke demon coming out? I'm actually not craving them as much as I thought I would. I thoroughly enjoy water. Like, that wasn't me in high school, honey. That wasn't me in my younger 20s, honey. But I thoroughly enjoy water as an adult. Do I enjoy Diet Coke more? Sure I do. But there's nothing wrong with some water. So drinking water, I notice that it just makes me feel better when I don't drink Diet Coke and I'm drinking water. I feel more like crisp and alert, and my insides feel better. Even if it's placebo, I'm there for it. So for my next meal, I'm just having leftovers because, as I showed you earlier, I cut into 3s. Feline had a third, I had a third earlier, and now I'm having the rest. And instead of having broccoli, I'm making cauliflower. Okay, so I put it all in a pan to heat it up instead of putting the leftovers in a microwave. And then, of course, a serving of guac. This right here is 408 calories. I'm gonna add a little bit more Tabasco because I am in the mood for some spicy.
Earlier, the phone showed that her next meal should be roughly around 398.95. 400. Okay, not breaking the bank. But now she's got less calories for the next meal. And because she's going to have less calories for the next meal, it's going to make her question whether or not what she's doing is good. But, and I'm going to preface this all with a massive but, she is breaking what she's putting on, like breaking the rules that not only she has set for herself, but the fact that the rules that she's been set not only by the doctors, but also by the app that she's using, by putting fucking Tabasco on things. Have you really broken your your taste buds, not your calories, broken your taste buds to the extent that you can no longer enjoy something, even as fucking bland as cauliflower, quinoa, turkey, and guacamole? Jesus Christ, Amber.
Alright, let's take a bite together. I personally love cauliflower. What about you guys? It is so freaking good. And I actually have my Fitbit charging right now, but my goal is to do 4,000 steps a day. I've already reached that, so I'm going to post my screenshot here.
You take that amount of steps, Amber, because you waddle. So just going from kitchen to sofa, kitchen to sofa, kitchen to sofa is going to be increasing your steps. 4,000 steps isn't that many steps. Set it to 10,000. Actually go out, do something. Walk around your neighbourhood, if you can call it that. Go and do something, Amber. Don't just kitchen, sofa, because you waddle. You're at the stage of fatness where you just waddle everywhere. That's what's counting your steps up. This isn't a good goal for you.
Yeah, super proud of that, and that's not going to be wearing my Fitbit all day long. Cauliflower. This meal slaps. I'm probably going to have this a lot. Once I know how many calories things are, I like to repeat meals a lot. Like, I don't really get too bored, unless I don't like it that much, but I love this, so it's definitely going to be a repeat, for sure. Hello, I am back. This is my last meal. I'm actually getting pretty tired. Not gonna lie, all the water definitely has helped with my hunger, because I'm not like exactly hungry, but I know I should eat just a little snack. So I've actually completed 3 water bottles, so I'm going to finish this one with my snack. So my snack, well, it's a meal, but also kind of a snack. I have 375 calories left, but I'm only using 166. I am having some olives, just some green olives there. That came out at 76 calories, and then cottage cheese with pepper. I love pepper on cottage cheese.
Don't finish an entire water bottle with a snack, Amber. Finish a water bottle over the space of an hour, or 2 hours, or 3 hours. Not over the course of a snack.
This is a serving, and that's 90 calories, so it's 166 calories. So,
does she realise the fact that she has to have, or she's been set a certain amount of calories, is because, guess what? The doctors need her to have this amount of calories so that they can she can prove to them that she can actually reliably sustain herself. How does she not? And I know that I've said this before, but even still, and olives and cottage cheese with water and a bit of pepper as a snack? Come on, Amber. You can... I want to believe in you that you can do better, but every time you beat me over the head with just these weird concoctions. And I know, I get it. I do the same thing. I'll find what's in the fridge or in the cupboard and I'll make something out of it. But a handful of olives and cheese, cottage cheese with pepper sprinkled on it, just because it's the quote-unquote right amount of calories? If I could show my face right now, it would be one of utter despair.
I'm going to show you guys a screenshot here for you guys. You're going to see I've had 1,391 calories today, and then I'm also going to screenshot how many protein I've had today. 129 protein, wow. 21 fat and 42 carbs. That's actually pretty freaking good, gotta admit, so I feel like I did really good. That is a lot of protein though. So when you're done vlogging, I have a little 1-day streak, which I can show you guys here as well. Yay. And it's asking, day 1 is done. Great work. How did it feel to track your food today? I'm gonna go with easier than I expected. How do you feel about the food choices you made today? Oh, I'm definitely happy with the choices I made today.
When you think about
No, you're not happy, Amber, because you put fucking Tabasco and garlic salt on everything. Nearly every single meal has had some form of additive because you don't like the bland. And not everything for a diet needs to be bland. It doesn't need to be quinoa and turkey and guacamole and broccoli and carrots and all of that kind of stuff. You can have good meals. You just don't know how to cook. And because you don't know how to cook, you make bland meals. Because bland meals are very hard to mess up. And very hard to mess up meals are perfect for someone who honestly doesn't give 2 shits.
When you think about coming back to lose again tomorrow, how do you feel? I'm gonna say hopeful. What's your plan for tomorrow? I like to... Ooh, wait, can I choose one? I'm gonna track all my food, plan my meals, get some exercise, drink plenty of water, measure my portions, and stay positive. I clicked all of them. Alrighty, so I'm gonna eat some of my good old cottage cheese. This is actually low-fat organic. It doesn't taste as good as full-fat, not gonna lie. It's good. It's not olive. I'm gonna put an olive with my cottage cheese. Oh my god, these are like 2 hated foods. So y'all watching me right now are probably like, ooh. Hi, baby girl. Wait, that's just slap.
Love the fact that we've just wasted an entire plate for a meal that you can very clearly see she's not enjoying.
Yum. That helped. So I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. My legs are hurting.
So am I, because I've recorded about 1 hour and 25 minutes of audio.
I used my QB today for the first time in a hot minute. Ever since I hurt my ankle, but she healed, folks. She healed.
Again, personifying something that shouldn't be personified. Again, if you actually did do what you said you were doing, you would have bloody well recorded it, which basically puts us down to, again, the fact that she is very clearly lying.
And my legs are like, what just happened? What did you do? It's so good. It's crazy how much the olives helped. So I'm gonna end this video. I'm definitely gonna drink this water, and I will do a little voiceover Or actually, I'll post a little something here when I'm editing this if I actually truly finish it. But I know I did. Because it's a goal. And I'm doing my goals. I'm doing the damn thing. Say bye, baby girl. Oh, I love you. Bye, guys.
I've just realised my legs are pretty much numb and dead, and my ass is hurting. And I'm going to be taking my dog out on a run later. This is going to be so painful. Final thoughts. This has been an absolute ball ache. Not the actual editing of this, but the fact that the wonderful woman, YouTube guidelines here, wonderful woman that Amber is, has put in 10 goddamn ads in a 26-minute video that really pisses me off. So, with the exception of the adverts, what's my final opinions on her? I feel like she has a lot of improvement that she needs to do. I feel like she has a lot of things that she needs to work on. More her mental acuity to things, but also just her general attitude as well. She genuinely is coming off as quite a cowardly person. She isn't sticking to her guns as much as I would like her to, and probably as much as she would like to as well. I really do think that there is something going on behind the scenes that, like she said, she's not really uploading often. And I get it, uploading often, my biggest guilt. I really wish I could have done do the same. But with everything that's going on in my personal life, at least I'm actually trying. Amber definitely seems to be going through a rocky relationship at the moment. We can tell this because in previous videos she was wearing a scarf, not a scarf. In previous videos she was wearing a necklace that was given to her both on her birthday and also had a similar one for Christmas. Given the fact that we haven't seen that on her in the past couple of episodes, like 3 or so weeks, we haven't really, it's really starting to look as if she's going to be going through another breakup, either because her girlfriend, quote unquote, is moving on and she doesn't really like the fact that while she's trying, Amber isn't, or there's something going on financially that she is trying to sort out. But it really isn't looking good. It's not looking good. And I highly doubt from her performance in the video that she is going to be getting the weight loss surgery. And whether or not her actions that she's taking now are contributing to that remains to be seen. To put it simply, Amber really needs to knuckle down on the diet. She really needs to have better food, and I know the cost is probably going to be, extortionate, but if she didn't constantly order in, the cost would be cut down. B, if she actually did something other than just saying she went on her little pedal thing, actually show us doing that. Prove to us, Amber, that you are doing that. And this isn't contradictory of, well, if she's not recording herself doing it, then she isn't doing it. I'm saying that because this is the perfect avid opportunity to show us that what she's actually doing is good. Go out for a walk, do some exercises. Your arms are heavy enough to lift up and down as weights. Do that a couple of times. Actually build up a sweat and, try and be better. C, stop adding fucking garlic and Tabasco and salt to everything and claim, oh, it's healthy because it's in the calorie range. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. And eat something that is actually good for you. Fruit, amazing example. Really good that you're eating mandarins. Have more of that. Really good that you're drinking water. Don't drink bottled water because that's expensive. Drink tap water. And I know for a fact she doesn't live in Ohio, so it shouldn't be an issue for her. D. Something that I would really like to see in these videos isn't just what I eat in a day. Isn't just, oh, I'm exercising. Isn't just constant updates about her weight. People don't watch vloggers for the vloggers. They watch the vloggers for the stuff they do, for the experiences that they have. It's not that hard to try and play with your cats or your dog or show us painting. Do something. Give us something, Amber, because this is why you are losing people, so many people, along with your constant adverts, along with the fact that you don't really acknowledge anything that anyone actually does for you, the fact that you constantly focus on the negatives of things. You are the ultimate epitome, the personification of hypochondriac, hyper dismissal. You are so much better than this, Amber. You are so much better than what you put yourself down as. There is nothing you can't do, nothing you can't achieve if you just set your mind to it. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to be tough. Yes, it's going to be something. But at least it is something. All in all, I have got to say this has been rather fun and rather interesting to record. I've probably pissed off everyone else in my house, but considering they've been pissing me off every time I record, it might as well just return the same thing. Anyway, I'm now going to be setting this up for a record. Anyway, I'm now going to try and edit this. I'm also going to be getting out of this chair because my arse is hurting like I don't know what. So, by the time you watch this, Sunday has already come about, and my predictions, although recorded on the day, may be proven correct or wrong, I don't know. I think it's about time that we end this thing because I'm pretty sure no one wants to be here any longer. Thank you for listening to this video. Probably not watching because everything is a little different at the moment. I am trying to get different artwork, so things like this isn't just some random PNG that I've just made and it's pixel art which I've actually tried to blown up. So yeah, thank you everyone for listening, and I'll be seeing you in the next video, which I really do hope that you'll enjoy for that one as well. See you later, goodbye, have fun.